Welcome back to another episode of Cashing Out. I'm your host, Billy Alvaro, my co-host, Wayne Hartart. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions. We're located right over here in Holbrook, New York. We buy properties in any condition, any area in Long Island, all day, any day for cash. You can find us online at easysell411.com or by phone 631-400-EASY. Cuz, how you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal, cuz. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, I just passed my 48th birthday. I have everybody convinced I'm 38.
Shout out.
But
Happy
once
birthday.
you get close and you see these freaking wrinkles, forget about it. You know I'm 48.
It's all a number. So you're lying down now. You going down?
No, I don't feel 40. I feel like I'm 28.
Listen, you got two options. Either you lie lower, you take a few years off, which makes me even lower.
Pumping it up, buddy.
Which brings me down and shuffles down, or you actually go the other way.
I'm
I've tried in the last couple of years saying, I'm 10 years older, and they're like, wow, you look great.
Yeah.
Because I can't be 27 for the last 15 years.
Hysterical. All right, so listen, we are, if you know about us, we've been buying properties in Suffolk County, Nassau County, Queens, and Brooklyn for the last 10 years, and we're buying an enormous amount of property. But from the show and from our marketing, people will realize not every seller who wants to sell wants to have the gratification of selling today. Some of them they don't mind putting on the market and waiting months to get the dollar that they want, right? So if you don't want to have to go through the stress and struggles of putting a house in the market, cleaning it out, fixing up the repairs, dealing with the permit issues, the C of O issues, survey issues that might pop up. If you don't mind people walking through your house, if you don't mind any of that, then you can sell it and list it with an agent. We're going to talk about that today, that if you are going to list it either on your own or with an agent, what you can do to sell your property for top dollar, right? Because if you're going to be selling to us, obviously we're going to be buying at a discount, but we're going to be exchanging that discount for convenience for you. We're going to be giving you money and having you close in a timeline that you choose, right? So they can close any day of the week, any day of the month, any time of the year. They dictate the time that they're going to close. You can't do that with a traditional sale.
No.
It's completely different. And anytime you want to interject, you just interject.
Interjection. Here we go.
One of the other things that with us, with buying all cash, is we don't have to mandate them fixing up the property. They could have everything wrong with the house. It could be dilapidated, falling apart. If they go to sell it with a realtor, they're going to have to fix it up, and they're going to want to make it in top shape. So when they get a home inspection, the buyers who are coming in, it's going to pass the home inspection.
Correct.
Right. So there's different issues that you're going to be dealing with. So you want to interject at all?
Well, what you're saying there, who actually could make them have to fix up things? Certain mortgages, if it's FHA, if these people are taking out certain mortgages.
The mortgage company can have them fix it up. The home inspection, when the home inspection gets done, they have to fix it up. So there's a lot of things that I don't think home sellers are aware of. When they sell on the open market with the MLS, it's a lot of hassle. With Easy Sell Property Solutions, the stress and the struggle and the hassles basically evaporate. It goes away. We take that property in the as-is condition. We buy it based on what the condition is today. Then we go in and add value. We'll clean up the permit issues. We'll clean up the C of O issues. We'll buy the properties with a hoarder house with 40-yard dumpsters of stuff in the house. On the open market, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So if they were going to sell in the open market, let's go into the top 8 ways top 8 things they should do if they want to market their property and get top dollar with the least amount of stress. Right, so there's a couple of things that we know when they're buying a property. I mean, when we're buying a property, one of the first things that a seller should do, I think, before they even put it on the market, is they should have a home inspection done.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the importance of that and why.
That's the most important. Basically, you're going to have a home inspector come into your house, folks, and he's going to turn your house upside down. He's going to find everything possible wrong with your home. What does that mean? That means when the buyers or potential buyer comes into your property, you're going to have a full report. You know everything that they can find. Now, you can either opt to clean up these certain issues, or you leave them. But you know exactly every potential issue that's going to come up.
Well, if they want to get top dollar, they should probably fix up those issues that are in the house.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So the home inspector is going to come in. He might find leaky faucets. He might find a leaky roof. He might find, something wrong with the electric, like aluminum wiring.
Yeah. Folks, you can find things that you don't even know about that existed in your own house. You may not be poking around in the basement. You may not be poking up in the attic. You may not even be checking these types of areas. Most people don't.
Right.
Kind of houses where it looks like people haven't opened their windows in 30 years. They still have the stickers on them from when they were built in the 70s or 80s.
So the windows aren't working. They could have termite damage.
Oh, it could be a laundry list. But this is the most important. It's basically turning your house upside down. You're going to find everything wrong with your home.
What you're also doing, though, is you're being smart. So if you know what the issues are prior to your buyer coming in, you have the opportunity to fix those issues. They might not be a ton of issues or a ton of money, but the buyer who comes in, he might make an offer, get his home inspector to come in there. Home inspector might scare the crap out of him, and you might lose that buyer for stuff that really isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And if it is that big of a deal, you're going to know about it prior to selling it, and you have the opportunity then to fix it up.
Focus is a matter of being proactive rather than reactive.
100%.
Why would you want to
wait in here?
Why would you want to wait? Why would you want to wait and have a report handed to you when you already can have the report done?
It's important. You definitely want to go and reverse engineer this selling process and get a home inspection. We had somebody on our program not too long ago, Les Jansen, who is a phenomenal home inspector, and he went in all the, from A to Z, all the issues that he's experienced and how deals die when sellers go to sell their property, buyers come in, they get the home inspection, and the whole deal blows up.
Yeah.
So if you want to minimize that, and you want to sell your house for top dollar, one of the things you want to consider doing is getting a home inspection. Now, if you're going to sell to us, easy sell, fast cash home buyers, we're not going to have to go out and get a home inspection on this property. We go out, we have our own guys go into the house, they look at it, they do an analysis, but we know there's going to be things behind the walls that need to be corrected, and we take that into consideration when we're making the offer. Mm-hmm. Easy as that. Next thing I recommend that they do, because this now happens when you're in when you're in contract and you're 2 months into it, one of the biggest things that pops up is title issues, right? So what happens with title issues? What are some of the things that could pop up?
Oh, you could have liens, judgments.
So what kind of liens? What's a lien?
A lien is something that's placed against your house. Basically, you could owe somebody money. It could be a creditor. It could be, that could be a contracted lien. That could be an IRS lien. All types of liens. Basically, somebody's putting a cloud on title on your home.
Yeah, there could be any type of lien, which if you're 60 days into the selling process and these liens pop up and you don't know about it, it could take you 60, 90, 120, 180 days to either find who the lien holder is, locate and get a payoff. Mm-hmm. If it's not yours, fight to figure out that it's not yours and get them to release it from the property. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that go into selling the house, and the title, as equally as important with the home inspection. You want to get a title report done. What else besides the liens?
Judgments.
Judgments are huge.
Judgments. So you could have judgments against you, Billy Avaro, Wayne Hartshart. Anyone, that homeowner of that house could have judgments against them, and the worst ones are the ones that are on the head, directly against them.
So the ones that are on the head, what that means, so if you're, let's just say you didn't pay your credit card, Sears, and you decide, I'm not going to pay it, and they get a judgment against you. Any judgment against you personally gets attached to any asset that you own. Mm-hmm. So it's not against the house, but it's against you, which is against the property. Yeah. And so when you go to sell that house, you're going to have to negotiate and pay that down. So why would you want to do that, know about it up front, and do it prior to actually getting your house on the market to sell? You can negotiate that up front and save yourself time, because time is money.
Very important, very important. Most people don't even know that these title reports even exist on their houses. How many people buy one house and they don't even know?
Nobody does title. Nobody pulls their own title prior to selling a property. And very few do a home inspection prior to selling their property.
But people listening now are probably thinking about it. They probably didn't even know that liens and judgments could even be on this.
Well, there's other issues too. What else could pop up on title? What else could pop up?
Title?
What else could pop up? Yeah.
CO issues, the permits.
COs and permits. COs and permits are tremendous. Oof. So we recommend highly, if you're going to sell your property, to get a title report done. You don't have to get a full title. Yep. What you want to do is just have liens and judgments. You want to have your municipalities. You want to have the what do you call it? The C of Os and the permits all pulled to figure this out, to see exactly what's going on with the property. Because if you do have permit issues, let's say you did a pool 15 years ago, the pool was permitted and the permit expired, but you never got a C of O, you're going to have to get that cleared prior to selling your property. Now, if you're selling to us, Easy Sell Property Solutions, we can care less if you have open permits, if you have open C of Os, if you have liens, if you have judgments, any of those things. One of the other things is violations, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
So if you want to sell your property quickly, easily, and hassle-free, give us a call at 631-400-EASY. We can make you an all-cash offer over the phone. We'll come out to your property. We'll inspect it ourselves, and then we'll make you an offer at the property. If you live in state, we'll meet you there. If you live in out of state, we can make you an offer over the phone. If you want to go the traditional route and get top dollar for your house, we highly recommend that you listen to these top 8 things that you can do in order to minimize the amount of issues that you're going to have when you're selling it and get the top dollar for the property down the road. So let's talk about violations, because that pops up on title as well.
Oof. So violations could be anything from high grass to an illegal apartment in your house. It's anything that the town may have put a violation on you
Any
for.
type of violation.
Anything.
A converted garage over to living space.
Yeah, there's many things that could be here.
Basement that was done and finished. You have a bathroom in your basement.
Yep.
They violated
somebody.
You for that.
Yep. Somebody violated for this. Maybe you have a deck that is going out the back of the house that is encroaching on a property line. You could have,
that's actually going to be the
well,
next
we'll get to that. We'll get to those ones in the surveys. But literally, most people don't even know. Sometimes they have violations on their property.
It's a hassle.
And then there's a monetary amount with these ones too.
A monetary amount. It's a hassle going through the town. You have to get, not only do you have to get surveys, you have to get sometimes architectural plans. You have to go in and put in the permit process. It's a pain in the backside.
Yep.
If you want to sell the traditional way, just realize There's hurdles you're going to have to jump through. You're going to either have to pay money
Yep.
or you have to pay with time. One or the other you're going to be paying with. If you want to sell the fast and easy way, the most hassle-free way, we have a program called the Easy Way Out. You can give us a call at 631-400-EASY. It literally is the fastest, easiest, most hassle-free way to sell a property these days. People don't realize there's a lot of hurdles to jump over.
They will. We've only got through the
We
first
only
couple.
got two.
In the first.
Two in the first segment. We have a lot more. We're going to have to hustle and do this thing.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back after these messages.